Hey YouTube, Silence Death here with Airsoft Team OSMD, and today I've got an update video on my Galaxy Mp5k. This is one of the first guns I reviewed, and I don't think I did an update video on this gun ever, and that's probably due to the fact that I haven't used it much. This was pretty much a gun that people used when they came over to my house to play, when they didn't have a gun, and it's really been very good to me. Reliable, haven't had any problems with it. Did a little bit of internal work on it. These guns retail, I don't even know if you can find them anymore. I think Galaxy still makes them. Elite Forces jumped on and made a more expensive version of the Mp5k. This one actually, wow, hold on, let me just zoom in. The back plate, I'll start from the back. It used to have, well actually what that is a M4 buffer tube thing, or whatever, backing I guess you can call it. An M4 buffer tube will mount onto that on the rail there, and then it'll screw in, and you can have an M4 stock on it, which is kind of retarded because I don't know why you would want an M4 stock on your MP5, because it's just dumb, especially with an Mp5k, because the point is it's small. So actually what I did was I couldn't find well, I used to have another plate, and the other plate had a 1-point sling attachment to it, like a loop, and that broke when one of my friends was using it, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to bulletproof this system, because God forbid the Chinese use metal that's actually strong, which they never do. They always use the cheapest crap they can get their hands on, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So basically I took that plate off that was broke and put on this plate, and I was trying to figure out a way to make it a 1-point. So I was looking for an eye bolt. What you're looking at right there is a silver eye bolt with 1/4-inch threads on it, standard 1/4-inch threads, 20 threads per inch if you guys care, which I doubt you do. But anyway, it's a very common thread pitch. So I drilled out the old threads, which was some weird threading. It was like 10-32, which I could not find an eye bolt for. That's what the M4 for Airsoft. That's what the M4 screw is that screws into your buffer tube. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I couldn't find an eye bolt that fit that, so I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna drill it out, rethread it, and put in an eye bolt. And then on the other end, because the eye bolt would just unscrew, I put a nut, and I JB welded that nut in on the other side, so that is rock solid. That will not move and that will not break. The back end of that will probably break off before that eye bolt comes out. Actually, I know it will, because that's in there really tight, and that's thick metal too. So that is a very reliable sling attachment point, better than any other on the market you can get or you ever will get. And that goes with my Arena Adaptive Sling. Basically, what I do is you clip that clip there and that clip there, you clip them together, and it creates a 1-point sling basically, and it has mash hooks. That's what that is. You pinch it together and it parts, and you put one of those mash hooks on the back, and then you have your gun in 1-point mode. And if you want to change it to 2-point mode and stuff it away behind you, you take the other mash hook and you attach it to the front sight, and then you just stuff it away, and it works so great. Most times I just keep it on my back, and if my gun ever gets shot, which is very rare, but it's very annoying when my gun does get shot, or for some reason it malfunctions, which is very rare, but when it does, it's kind of annoying, because I have to use a pistol, and I only have maybe 1 or 2 mags for the pistol. With this, sometimes I'll carry up to 4 MP5 mags, 90 rounders, and I have full auto, and it's quiet, and it works good. It's a great sidearm, so any sniper that needs a sidearm, I highly recommend this setup. Arena Adaptive Sling and an Mp5k. It doesn't take that long to get to. Even when you're being shot at, if you practice with it, you can easily slide this around and get in 1-point mode, and you got a pretty good fighting weapon for snipers, because they always get outgunned. Or for anyone, even if you carry an M4, this is a great sidearm. Highly recommend it. Now, onto the gun. I already kind of mentioned the back. I have a rail on top, which I got aftermarket from China, believe it or not. I don't use it, so whatever. This gun has a Lonix A3 motor in it, so it could pull a stronger spring pretty fast. It's a speed motor, but it works really well with this, with the 7.4 volt LiPo I have. Actually, I had to mill out the inside of the, if you know about MP5s, the stick battery goes right above the gearbox. It slides in from the back. You take the back plate off. The battery I got wouldn't fit, so I took a Dremel and I milled out the plastic a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't crack or anything. It still seemed pretty strong, and that LiPo actually will shake around in there a little bit. There's that much space, and that LiPo gets a pretty healthy rate of fire for 7.4 volt, and I'm really happy with it. Other than that, I haven't really done anything. I haven't shimmed this gun. I haven't even opened the gearbox up. I have a spare gearbox if this would ever break, and if something ever breaks, I'll just bulletproof it, because it'll give me a reason to go in and fix it. So once it breaks, or if it breaks, I'll go in and I'll fix it with quality parts. Anyway, it does have the threaded barrel on it, and I put on my my custom suppressor. It works very well. It's the quietest suppressor I have, and obviously I engraved my name on it because it's that awesome. So that's a great gun. Highly recommend it. And I run 90 round mid caps on it, because most of the high caps for MP5s suck. Unlike M4 mags, there's a lot of high caps for M4s that are really nice, but the MP5 ones just consistently suck. So that, I mean, sometimes I don't run it, but when I do, it works really well. So I'm going to do a quick shooting test. Actually, I'm not even going to pause it at all. Out there, my pallet stack out there, that's almost exactly 60 yards. So let's see if I can get a view that's of any use here. Oh, what do you know? It's right there. 58 yards, so it's actually decently far. Put in a 90 round mid cap from Echo 1 and see if I can reach out and touch that from here. If I can get this straight. Alright, I'll go in semi-auto first. These are .25s from Elite Force. Now I'm hitting it. Full auto. A little bit of wind. But it's reaching out to 60 yards. I'm really happy with that. And she's out. So that's just my quick update on my Mp5k. It's very accurate. As you can see, it reaches out. It lifts .25s out pretty good, and that rate of fire is actually pretty nice, and it's quiet, so highly recommend it. I got some more videos coming up. Stay tuned. Silence Death from Airsoft Team OSMD, guys. And I'll see you.